Aulus Cornelius Celsus de Medicina, Episode 7. Ideoque multos ex sapientiae professoribus peritos eis fuisse accipimus, claridissimos vero ex his Pythagoram, et Empedoclem, et Democritum, huius autem ut quidam crediderunt, discipulus Hippocrates cous, primus quidem ex omnibus memoria dignis, ab studio sapientiae disciplinam hanc separavit, vir et arte et facundia insignis. Celsus continues in his history of medicine among the Greeks, and so he says, many from the professoribus sapientiae, from those who were practitioners of wisdom, we find, accipimus, that those persons were peritos eius, experienced of it. It here, eius, the antecedent being Medicina. So philosophers were doctors, doctors were philosophers. The line between them was not distinct. Accipimus introduces oratio obliqua, indirect statement, the subject of which is the accusative multos. Then we have fuisse, which is a perfect infinitive of esse, and then the predicate of multos is peritos, experienced. Now, he says, the very famous ones from among these were Pythagoras. So this is a continuation of the oratio obliqua, which Accipimus introduces. Thus, quite naturally, if we are going to expand on peritos, we must begin with an accusative. Clarissimos is a superlative, masculine, plural, and accusative. It's a superlative adjective. The very famous ones, in fact, from among these, meaning the professoribus sapientiae, were Pythagoras, this also accusative as the predicate of clarissimos, and Empedocles and Democritus, all in the accusative but of differing declensions. Pythagoram is the first declension, Democritum is the second, and Empedocles is a third. Rather than list them in the order of their declension, which would have been an interesting rhetorical trick, he lists them chronologically, so far as I can tell. Now, Pythagoras was a famous gymnophysicist. Empedocles and Democritus were two materialists. And Democritus from Abdera receives a great deal of scorn from some later philosophers. Huius autem ut quidam crediderunt discipulus. And of this one, moreover, as certain persons have believed, the student discipulus was Hippocrates of Coos. Now we have to ask ourselves, what is the antecedent of huius? The antecedent is the most recent, namely Democritus. This parenthetical, ut quidam crediderunt, we don't really need the parentheses here, these little symbols which indicate a parenthetical idea, because the conjunction ut, when used with an indicative verb, indicates a parenthetical thought. Quidam, like so, with a long I, must be carefully distinguished from quidem. Quidam is an indefinite pronoun, meaning certain persons, whereas quidem is used as a conjunction or an adverb, which often means simply yes. So of this man, Democritus, moreover, as certain ones have stated or believed, the student was Hippocrates of Coos. Indeed, he was the first one, ex omnibus memoria dignis, out of all those persons who are dignis memoria, worth mentioning. Dignus aum is an adjective which patterns with an ablative of means, and thus memoria is ablative, worthy of mentioning. What did he do? He distinguished, separavit, he separated hanc disciplinam, this discipline, this study, meaning medicine, from the more generic pursuit, ab studio, of wisdom. So Hippocrates of Coos separated medicine from philosophy. He was a man vir et arte et facundia, both in his skill and his genius, his inventiveness. He was insignis, distinguished, unparalleled. Another translation of facundia is eloquence. And to celebrate Hippocrates of Coos, what have I done? I have given us here a picture of Pythagoras.